All right. Says we are live from the comfort of our own home. We have a lot to go through this week in wrestling, right, Beast?
Right about that, Matty.
This week has been fucking eventful, I swear. And for all the wrong reasons, almost. Let's start off with our weekly wrestling show reviews, all right?
Okay.
With Backlash this week. Backlash was this past Sunday. I gave my predictions last week, and let's get into it. So, first we had the pre-show match between Apollo Crews defending the U.S. title successfully against Andrade. I give that match 2 stars. What did you think of that match, Beast?
I really didn't get to watch the match.
You didn't even get to watch it?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
I didn't get to watch any of the matches.
So you don't even know what happened.
Yeah. All I know is that Apollo Crews retained.
Next up, what happened on Backlash was the women's tag team title match as Bayley and Sasha Banks retained against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross and the Iconics. So Bayley and Sasha are still your champions, sadly.
I know.
Even though I don't fucking need it. Even though I didn't need it, they're still your champions.
I know.
Next up, what happened was Sheamus defeated, and I gave that women's tag title match 1.5 stars. The Jeff Hardy and Sheamus had a good match, 2.25 stars. Sheamus with the win. With the Brogue Kick. About 2 of them. Then Asuka and Nia Jax fought to a double countout, 0.5 stars.
That should have been a bigger ending.
Yeah. Should have been. Then up next, Braun Strowman defeated John Morrison and The Miz in a handicap match. No Otis cash-in tonight. In a 2.75 star match. Then Drew McIntyre defeated Bobby Lashley in a 3-star match because Lana interfered.
The match could have been better. Of course, Lana had to interfere.
Yeah. Next up, the Raw Tag Championships were supposed to be on the line, but then we had like a little cinematic brawl between the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders, which ended with Biker Ninjas.
Which is odd.
And then we get to the greatest match of all time. It wasn't the greatest match of all time, though, but it was a great damn match. So much so, I'm giving it 5.25 stars. Orton defeated Edge in a 44-minute match with the Punk Kick. I mean,
Which I heard that match was good.
Yeah, that match was fucking awesome. Great, but it wasn't the greatest match of all time, but it was so fucking good. Like, highly recommend this match. Did Dave Meltzer rate it yet? Did he rate it yet? If that bastard did not rate it, I swear to fucking God. Hold up. Let's see if he rated the show yet. If he graded the shows, the matches yet. He did grade him. He didn't grade Edge and Orton.
He did or didn't?
Didn't. He gave Lashley and McIntyre 3.5 stars and gave Sheamus and Hardy 3 stars. But he didn't grade Edge and Orton.
What's taking you so long to grade me, dude?
Oh, no. You think I know everything?
No.
Next up, we get to Raw. Now, Orton cut a promo with Christian interrupting the promo, and then Orton challenged Christian to an unsanctioned match later because Christian isn't cleared to wrestle. Which, last time I checked, he retired on his own accord. I think he was still cleared to wrestle, but he retired on his own accord. Angel Garza and Zelina Vega had their interview with Kevin Owens, leading to a match between Kevin Owens and Angel Garza. Owens wins in a 2.25-star match. What did you think about that match, Beast?
Which match?
Owens and Garza.
I didn't just see a lot of the matches.
All right then. Then we had Bobby Lashley and MVP in an interview. Then they went out to the ring for the promo. And then Lana interrupted it. And MVP called Lana a thought. Not joking. They used that word on actual television. That word was used. The word thought was used on television. And then Lashley called for a divorce.
Which they actually should divorce.
Yeah. And then we had...
MVP needs to stay as Bobby Lashley's manager because MVP is, I would say, maybe better than Leo Rush.
Yeah.
But Leo Rush was still good.
And now he's gone.
Yeah.
Then the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits had an interview. And then, which led to Akira Tozawa and his biker ninjas interrupting. Which led to a match between the Viking Profits, that's their stable name, versus Akira Tozawa and the Biker Ninjas. I gave it 2 stars because it was just funny as shit. It was a comedy match. And then of course Akira had his big giant ninja come into the ring. And then all of a sudden, guess who comes out to save the Viking Profits? Beast, do you know?
What did you say?
Guess who came out to save the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders from this big ninja? Show. Did you answer?
Yeah, it was the Big Show.
Yes. Well, the Big Show is back, and he helped the Viking Profits. Then Seth Rollins had an interview, and then Christian was on the phone with someone, and then Seth Rollins came out to cut a promo, and then Rey Mysterio was on the Tron, and then Dominic attacked Rollins from behind, and then avoided Murphy and Theory. Why isn't Dominic in the ring yet? Why isn't he fully wrestling? And then we got MVP and Lashley and R-Truth had a backstage segment, which was interrupted by Drew McIntyre, which led to later on the night, the tag team match would be for the WWE and 24/7 title. And then the Iconics defeated Liv Morgan and Natalya in a 1-star match, with the Iconics cutting a promo afterwards. Then Big Show and Christian had a backstage segment where Big Show was telling Christian not to go through with this match. And then Lana had it. No, Liv Morgan and Natalya had a backstage segment where Lana interrupted. Then Christian had an interview. Then Christian went out to the ring and accepted Orton's challenge for later in the night. Meaning later in the night, it was a unsanctioned match between Christian and Orton. Apollo Crews and MVP had a backstage segment, which led to Charlotte and Ric Flair having a backstage segment. Then Apollo Crews went out and defeated Shelton Benjamin in a 0.75-star match, which ended via roll-up with Apollo having his arm on the rope. Apollo wins. Then Akira Tozawa had a backstage segment with R-Truth. Then Asuka had an interview. Then the Viking Profits and the Big Show had a backstage segment where next week it's confirmed, Beast. Next week it's confirmed.
What?
Next week it will be the Viking Raiders versus the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team titles.
Finally.
And then the WWE Championship was on the line in the tag team match. Not the 24/7 title, because R-Truth asked management to change it earlier, and it was just for the WWE title. But if R-Truth and Drew won, Drew would stay champion. If MVP and Lashley won, Lashley would become champion. Drew and Truth win with R-Truth pinning MVP in a 2.5-star match.
Okay.
Christian and Ric Flair had a backstage segment. Flair pleading with Christian not to go through with it. Then Bayley and Sasha Banks had a promo with the Iconics interrupting. And then we had the Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka and Nia Jax. 2.75 stars. Asuka wins and retains. But because John Cone was trying to disqualify Nia for putting her hands on him. And Asuka just pinned Nia with a fast count. Then Orton had an interview. And then we got the Ric Flair, and then we got the Orton and Christian match, which ended with a 0.25 stars. That was just a minute match. It ended with Orton, Flair low blowing Christian, and then Orton with the punt kick for the win. So that was Raw. That's how Raw ended. I mean, it ended great. Christian's return could have been handled better, but I have a feeling like this is not the last we're going to see of Christian.
Same.
I have a feeling he's going to try and find a way to get cleared so he can get back in the ring and have an actual match with Orton. Then we had Impact Wrestling. You don't watch Impact, so I'm just going to go through this. The North defeated the Rascals to retain the tag team titles in a 2.75-star match, and the North had a backstage segment. Trey was attacked yet again. Ace Austin and Eddie Edwards had a backstage altercation. Defeated Kimberly in a 1.75-star match. Cancel Culture had a video promo. Crazy Steve had a video promo. Rhino defeated Rohit Raju in a 0.5-star match. Michael Elgin's on the phone with another Canadian. Susie and Kylie Ray had a backstage segment. Taya Valkyrie interrupted. Then leading to a match next week between Susie and Taya Valkyrie. Moose defended successfully the TNA World Heavyweight title against Hernandez in a 2-star match. Then, all of a sudden, EC3's music hit, but EC3 didn't come out, teasing that EC3 is returning to Impact. Beast know who EC3 is.
Yep.
And they also played his good theme. The trouble, 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 trouble. Then the Rascals confronted Reno Scum for possibly attacking Trey, but they didn't do it because apparently Ace Austin owes them money. The Deaners and Willie Mack had a backstage promo with Willie Mack doing a perfect impression of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Reno Scum defeated Triple XL in a 1.5-star match. Chris Bay and Johnny Swinger had a backstage segment where they teased someone coming to Impact. However, they also held the fact that the guy has a 90-day no-compete clause. Deonna Purrazzo had a promo. You know who Deonna Purrazzo is, right?
No.
She was on WWE for a little bit, then got released recently. The Virtuosa.
No.
Damn it. Jordan Grace had an interview which Deonna Purrazzo attacked her and locked in her Fujiwara armbar. Then we had a street fight between Ace Austin and Eddie Edwards. 3.5 stars. It was a good match. Ended with Madman Fulton, the former Sawyer Fulton in NXT, helping Ace Austin win the match. That's Impact. Then we get to AEW Dark. You don't watch AEW Dark, do you?
No.
But you know some of the wrestlers in AEW.
Yes.
All right, so Jurassic Express defeated Capital Vice and John Cruz in a 0.75-star match. SCU defeated Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon in a 1.25-star match. Big Swole defeated Danny Jordan in a 1-star match with Leva Bates having an interview. Cutler and Avalon had a backstage argument, disbanding their team. Lance Archer defeated David Ali in a 0.5-star match. You know who Lance Archer is, right?
I believe so.
And then Lance Archer went to kill more people. Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss defeated Musa and Sean Dean in a 1.25-star match. Ali and Brandy Rhodes defeated Kenzie Page and Red Velvet in a 1.75-star match. Again, Ali and Brandy can't get on the same page still, even though they won. Sean Spears defeated Lee Johnson in a 2-star match. The Dark Order defeated Brady Pierce and John Skyler in a 1.5-star match. Jimmy Havoc defeated Griff Garrison in a 1.25-star match. Penelope Ford defeated Skylar Moore in a 2-star match, and Scorpio Sky defeated Robert Anthony in a 2.75-star match. That was AEW Dark. Then we get to NXT. You know NXT, right, Beast?
Yes.
So, up first is the NXT Tag Team title matches. Imperium defeated Breezango. During Breezango's entrance, they mocked Imperium. Imperium still the tag champs. 2.25 stars. Velveteen Dream had an interview where he wanted to become win the tag belts with Dexter Lumis.
He didn't want to. Dexter Lumis wanted to.
Hmm.
But Dream just said that it was a mistake. Misunderstanding or whatever.
Damian Priest defeated Killian Dane in a 2.5-star match. Good to see Killian Dane back, but sad to see him get wrecked like that. Then we had a Santos Escobar video promo. The former El Hijo del Fantasma changed his name and turned heel. Killian Dane scared Robert Stone after the break, which led to Aaliyah tending to Robert Stone. Because if you don't know what happened to Robert Stone, Chelsea Green, he used to manage Chelsea Green, but Chelsea Green fired him. And now he's going to be managing Aaliyah as Aaliyah defeated Xia Li after a puke distraction from Robert Stone. Aaliyah rolled up Xia Li and won in a 1.5-star match. Killian Dane versus Damian Priest was a 2.5-star. Robert Stone, puked and distracted Xia Li. Timothy Thatcher teaches more students. Then we had Undisputed Therapy Beast.
Which I saw that.
And then Adam Cole had an interview where he was looking at the hourglass. Then Keith Lee interrupted, smashed the hourglass.
He said that he is going to be taking the NXT Championship away from him.
Yes. Then Adam Cole went out to cut a promo. Keith Lee interrupted. Johnny Gargano came out and interrupted. Finn Balor came out and interrupted. Then William Regal interrupts and made a 3-way next week. It's going to be Keith Lee defending his North American title against Gargano and Balor, and the winner of that match will go on to face Adam Cole in a winner-takes-all match.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah. Then Candice LeRae and Mia Yim got into Keith Lee had an interview. Then Candice LeRae and Mia Yim got into a brawl.
Of course.
Dakota Kai defeated Kaden Carter in a 1-star match. Scarlett steps over the broken hourglass. Mercedes Martinez had a video package. Bronson Reed defeated Leon Ruff, who finally had an entrance but was squashed and killed. Which sucks, because I just saw a video of him on Twitter doing some cool shit, and then...
I'll be right back. Someone's knocking my door.
Tell me when you're back. So I saw Leon Ruff on Twitter doing some cool stuff. He lost in a 0.25-star match. Again, being used as a jobber. But then we saw back outside the arena, Cameron Grimes cut the tires of Damian Priest's car. Excuse me. You there? Beast.
Hold on, I have to
Beast.
do something
All
real
right.
quick.
What? You're not? Are you back?
I have to do something real quick.
All right, I'll continue. All right.
Okay.
All right. So then Santos Escobar cut a promo. Drake Maverick interrupted and attacked Santos Escobar unsuccessfully. Then we had the women's tag team title matches. Bayley and Sasha Banks successfully defeated Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox in a 2.75-star match. Io Shirai then attacked Sasha and Bayley. That was NXT. Then we got AEW Dynamite to review. So now we got the AEW tag title matches. Adam Page and Kenny Omega fought Natural Nightmares. Now, the logo of the Natural Nightmares was coming off the suit of Dustin throughout the match. And Adam Page and Kenny Omega retained in a 3.25-star match. Then we had an Anna Jay video promo, which led to Abaddon defeating her in a match, 0.25 stars. But for some reason, they called it an upset when Abaddon was just destroying her that whole match. The Dark Order then attempted to recruit Colt Cabana again, but they also recruited Anna Jay as their first female member. MJF defeated Billy in a 2-star match. Jurassic Express and MJF and Wardlow got into a brawl. The Sex Gods, Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho had an interview. Then Britt Baker had an interview with Big Swole driving Britt Baker out of the arena. You're back?
Yeah.
All right, we're in the middle of AEW Dynamite. So then Cody had a promo, Arn Anderson had a promo, and then Ricky Starks had a promo. Now, which led to the AEW TNT Championship match between Cody and Ricky Starks, which was a good match, but I'm going to say I was disappointed because I wanted Warhorse to fight Cody. Everyone on Twitter, everyone in the world wanted Warhorse to fight Cody, and they were disappointed that it was former NWA television champion Ricky Starks. They had a good match. Cody with the win, retaining the belt in a 3-star match. Butcher and the Blake were confronted by FTR during the Young Bucks versus Super Bad Squad match, right? The Young Bucks defeat Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian, which led to a brawl between Butcher and the Blade and FTR joining in. FTR saves the Young Bucks yet again. Do you know who FTR is, Beast?
Aren't they the former tag team called the Revival?
Yes.
Yep, I knew it. Because I saw them have a match, which they won.
Yeah. And next week, they will be taking on the Natural Nightmares FTR. Taz and Brian Cage had a promo with Jon Moxley also having a promo. You know who Jon Moxley is, right, Beast?
Yep.
Do you know who Taz is?
Champion. Yes.
Do you know Brian Cage is?
Yes, the number 1 contender for the AEW Championship.
Good. Then Britt Baker was found in a dumpster.
What?
Yeah, because Big Swole drove her out of the arena, and because Britt Baker couldn't move because she was in a wheelchair. So Big Swole drove her out of the arena and just threw her in a dumpster, I guess. Then Matt Hardy was on commentary for the Best Friends versus the Latex Gods match. Latex Gods are Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Best Friends picked up the win in a 3.5-star match because Sammy Guevara bumped into a cameraman. But it wasn't just a cameraman, Beast.
It was who?
Orange Cassidy. Who then proceeded to beat the shit out of Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Not even those lazy kicks. He would have just tackled him and started raining punches. And even hit him with a Superman punch. So the show ends with Orange Cassidy standing tall over Chris Jericho, which has noted now that at Fyter Fest it will be Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. Now we go on to SmackDown. You ready? So AJ Styles has this Intercontinental Championship presentation with Daniel Bryan putting the belt around him, but telling him to actually be a champion and defend it. And then, which led to, Matt Riddle making his debut and takes out AJ Styles. Led to a lumberjack match between Matt Riddle and AJ Styles, non-title. Title was not on the line. Matt Riddle defeated AJ Styles in a 3-star match. That's a dream match, and we already got it. So that's one match off the list.
It should have been for the title.
Jeff Hardy had a sit-down interview with Shorty G, having an interview with Mojo Rawley behind him, just comparing his height to Shorty G's. Shorty G ends the interview because I always have eyes in the back of my head, then turns around and punches Mojo Rawley. Leads to a match between Shorty G and Mojo Rawley in a 0.75-star match. Shorty G with the win. Miz TV. Then we had Miz TV with Mandy Rose. Sonya Deville interrupted. Then Sonya and Mandy started brawling. Then Mandy slapped the Miz. Then Sasha and Bayley got on commentary for the next match. Beast, do you know what the next match was?
It was the Lucha House Party versus
the New Day. Yes, they were on commentary for that match, which made commentary way annoying. Michael then also kept reminding Sasha that, hey, the belt that your best friend has is the only belt you haven't held here in the WWE. Win it. Do good. New Day defeated Lucha House Party in a 2.5-star match. Then Cesaro and Nakamura attacked them with the Swiss Shasa.
Okay.
Then the SmackDown Women's roster had a meeting where Nikki Cross was missing, Beast. Sheamus had an interview. Then Nikki Cross attacked Sasha and Bayley, which led to Sasha and Nikki Cross having a match. I don't know why Nikki Cross didn't just challenge Bayley outright. She has the women's title.
Exactly.
Why do you challenge Sasha? And how do you lose to Sasha? 2.75 stars. Nikki Cross lost to Sasha. Then we had the Firefly Funhouse Beast. It's back, Beast. Clap.
Yep. But it was an interesting addition.
Yes, it was. Braun Strowman interrupted, and then the Eater of Worlds has returned.
Yep.
The Eater of Worlds. Bray Wyatt family Bray Wyatt has returned to our screens. And apparently he'll be facing Braun Strowman at Extreme Rules.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Beast.
Yes.
Run. Now time for our weekly awards, Beast. Pop of the week goes to Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
Heat of the week goes to David Starr. We'll get into that in a bit, because that's a big thing we're going to talk very in length about. That's why this is going to be a very long episode. Yeet of the week going to Ivar, yeeting Montez Ford into a bin.
He did?
Yeah, he threw him into a trash bin at Backlash. Then Savage of the week goes to Randy Orton and Punk kicking people. Jobber of the week. I don't like giving this award, but you do not want this award. Sadly, this week it doesn't go to Leon Ruff. It goes to Christian. Because he didn't get any offense in during his match against Orton.
Got low below.
By Flair in the head. Promo of the week goes to Wyatt. Match of the week. Orton and Edge at Backlash. 5.25 stars. Rest of the week going to Orange Cassidy. Even though he didn't have a match. Bump of the week going to Edge, taking the punt kick, and sell of the week going to Christian for just acting like he died. All right, now let's get into our news. You ready, Beast? So our first bit of news: Edge is injured during Backlash tapings and is out long term. So if you guys didn't know, during the taping of the match between Orton and Edge was pre-taped, and that match ended with Orton winning, or Edge tore his tricep, meaning he'll be out for a while. Sad to see someone go, especially my favorite wrestler. Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time, and it's sad to see him just get punked out like that. But hey, it was a good match, but at what cost? WWE developmental talent tests positive for COVID. Now, WWE developmental talent has tested positive. It was developmental talent. What's worse, that he was in the crowd for the Raw tapings.
Okay.
Meaning the possibility of because when the Street Profits were making their entrance through the crowd on Raw, they went to the crowd to hang out with some of the developmental talent to dance with them, and they were high-fiving people. What if they had high-fived that talent that had it? Bad shit could happen, and it led to a bunch of wrestlers. It led to Kevin Owens declining to show up to Raw for the Raw tapings this week. Meaning Kevin Owens won't be on Raw this coming week, tomorrow. Next up, Tori Wilson's dog Chloe passes away at 17. Always hear about now. If you guys don't know who Chloe was, the Chloe was the dog that Tori Wilson would bring out to the ring, right? That was Chloe. Back when Tori Wilson was wrestling. Chloe passed away. Sad to hear. Next up, Vince McMahon thinks Angel Garza is the next Eddie Guerrero beast. Meaning Vince McMahon is high on Angel Garza. Good to see some talent, right?
Yeah.
Especially one being referred to as the next Eddie Guerrero. That's a big compliment.
Let's hope he can live up to that.
Yeah.
Let's hope he doesn't get jobbed out.
Yeah. Next up, ECW legend C.W. Anderson officially announces his retirement from the wrestling business. Next up, now we wish him the best in his retirement. Abaddon signs officially with AEW. Abaddon had her match against Anna Jay this past week on Dynamite, picking up the win. Next up, fans unite to get Cody versus Warhorse. Because when it was announced that it was Ricky Starks who'd be challenging Cody, people lost their shit for Ricky Starks, but they were like, wait, this isn't what we wanted, though. We wanted Warhorse. And to be honest, I wanted Warhorse. And it even led to Warhorse cutting a promo on Twitter calling out Cody for not picking him to fight him. Next up, Carmella likes getting golden showers from Corey Graves.
What?
You know what a golden shower is, right, Beast?
I believe I know what it is.
It means you like getting peed on. So Carmella likes that.
That's disgusting.
It's a kink for some people. Next up, Jim Cornette used to force wrestlers to have sex with his wife.
What?
Yeah, Jim Cornette, the biggest cuck in the industry, used to have wrestlers have sex with his wife to get pushes. Back when he was running OVW. That's weird. And now we get to the big news of this week, hashtag Speaking Out movement. Now, it all started with David Starr it all started with those abuse allegations, and then it led to more wrestlers being called out. I'm going to tell you each wrestler, right? So, Will Ospreay and B. Priestley have been called out about it. They have been called out because Will and B defended a rapist who was their friend. A responsible move was to not comment at all, right? was not to call out this person, but they did. Will Ospreay has since apologized on Twitter about it. Made this long apology. Will Ospreay and B. Priestley were called out after that. They defended their friend who raped someone. Which Will Ospreay, when I saw that name, I was like, he would not rape someone. And then I saw why, and then I was like, oh shit. Joe Coffey was called out, Beast. Joe Coffey has yet to comment on it. Marty Scurll has been called out on it. Promotions have yet to comment. David Starr has been called out. He was the first person called out during the week. And it led to so many promotions cutting ties with David Starr and stripping of their belts. Meaning David Starr might actually be blackballed from the industry. Now, I've heard stories how tough it is to work with David Starr because he's not really that nice. I knew something was wrong with him, but the fact that he had like these abuse charges, and he even mocked about it on Twitter too. Like, you can't mock this shit. Right, Beast?
Yeah.
Joey Ryan was called out, but look at his gimmick. It was bound to happen. Tyler Bate was called out. Jordan Devlin was called out. Jordan Devlin has been suspended, and most of these guys that were called out were stripped of belts from other companies. Jordan Devlin is having discussions with WWE about it. Travis Banks was called out, another NXT UK star. Travis Banks was called out upon it. Him and Millie McKenzie had like a relationship back when Millie was 17. Travis was 30. This was in the UK, so the illegal age in the UK was 16. Travis Banks has since apologized publicly on it. Also, in the names was Jimmy Havoc, current AEW superstar. Now, what does AEW do? AEW is sending Jimmy Havoc to treatment to fix him. Because back when he was in England, he was a big deathmatch guy, so he raped someone, apparently. Another name I've seen is Sid Scala. Don't know who the fuck that is. Ligero, another NXT UK star, not really doing anything. I'm not sure why. Now, Michael Elgin was part of this. I don't remember anything about him. Cameron Grimes, don't know anything about him. Sammy Callahan, don't know anything about him. Dave Chris apparently was a major part of this. Mikey Whiplash, don't know anything about him. William Beaver, don't know anything. Kid Fight, don't know anything. Teddy Hart. Matt Riddle was part of this, Beast.
Part of what?
This whole Speak Out movement. Apparently he had sexually assaulted someone. However, Matt Riddle has gone on to press charges against this woman.
Okay.
Because he also released a statement from his lawyers who said that the lawyer said that they were aware that this woman has been stalking Matt Riddle and his family. So Matt Riddle has just proven himself innocent. So meaning Matt Riddle didn't do it.
That's good.
Thank God, because he just debuted too. And he was called out upon this the Friday he was set to debut. Yeah.
That's how you know that's a freaking someone trying to.
It got to the point where WWE actually cut him from the SmackDown hype little article. They removed his debut, and then when he revealed himself as innocent, they put him back on it. Then Jake Hager was also announced as one of these people that were about it. Justin Roberts had his test with the underage girl tweeted out. Justin Roberts part. Jack Gallagher was part of it, Beast. And WWE did not like this so much that they released Jack Gallagher. Jack Gallagher is no longer with the WWE, and they are erasing him from their history. So, meaning Jack Gallagher's name will no longer be mentioned on WWE programming. His last match would be on 205 Live against Jake Atlas. Wolfgang was also a part of this. Scotty Davis was also a part of this. Jack Sexsmith. Tessa Blanchard had the incident from earlier in the year where she bullied a black woman, proving herself to be racist. Sexy Star, I'm not sure about her. I think it was the Rosemary incident back a few years back. Alberto Del Rio and Enzo Amore, they're guilty. They're just guilty beasts. All right, so if you guys don't know, back in 2016, 2017, Alberto was dating Paige, and there was this huge thing that got leaked. Then recently, Alberto was arrested for like sexual assault. Back in 2018, Enzo was like charged with raping a woman, so much so that he was released from his WWE contract. However, he was never proven guilty, Beast. He was never proven guilty, and he was never proven innocent. The cops just dropped the case because they didn't want to spend money collecting evidence. So thing is, Enzo might have done it still. There is no evidence that supports that he didn't do it. The Briscoe brothers are guilty of this. Rich Swann had the incident back in 2018 where he was fired from WWE for apparently a domestic abuse charge. Colt Cabana was a part of this. Colt Cabana would have been the last person I expect to be on this beast. And then finally, the final person that I can recall being called out upon this was Trent Seven, who came out and denied everything and said he'd be taking matters into his own hands. So I want you to notice that most of these names were from the UK scene, Beast.
Okay.
Most of these names were from the UK scene. Now I'm going to see if any other names have been added to the list. Now, let me remind you that these allegations did not come forward from people who were nowhere near the wrestling business, no fans, no nothing. These came out with actual female wrestlers just tweeting this stuff out. I'm spitting everywhere. Female wrestlers have been tweeting this stuff out throughout the span of Wednesday to, I believe, Friday or yesterday. Haven't seen anything about it today, but all I know is that this whole thing is just fucked up, right?
Yeah.
It's all messed up. Like, the female wrestlers themselves have come out and said stuff about them. Not fans, not people who don't know the business at all. Actual wrestlers came out about this. Anyway, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hope you guys are having a good Father's Day, especially all the fathers in the wrestling business, and my dad as well. I know he's having a good Father's Day. Anyway, see you guys next time. See you guys later today at 7 p.m. for CAW All Out War. Peace out.